Okay, so I have to read this chapter for my class, and I'm just going to take a look and see what I have so far. I don't have the whole entire chapter, but I've got parts of it. So looks like this first page has a piece of art and then some close-ups of it. Okay, so it's probably pretty important, so I'll go back to that in just a second. And then this is the start of the chapter, I guess. So this is the area that we're going to be focusing on. So let's see here, Mesopotamia and Persia. Let me take a look at the headings first, just to see what they're going to be talking about this area. So we've got the cradle of civilization. Okay, so whenever I hear the word cradle of civilization, I kind of think of cradle like baby, like the beginning maybe. That's possibly what this is about. So we'll have to see if the text here supports that prediction. Okay, let's see, what do I got here? Okay, I'm glad I have a map because I really had no idea where Mesopotamia and Persia is or was. And I can see countries that I recognize like Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, Iran. I hear about these places in the news all the time. Saudi Arabia, which makes me kind of wonder. I know that a lot of these places have been war-torn, so I wonder if some of these art pieces, if they have art pieces there, have been affected by the war. But okay, let's focus on the chapter here. So Mesopotamia, okay, Sumer. So I wonder if that's an area in Mesopotamia only because it's smaller lettering under the bigger heading. And I also see there's a timeline here. So it starts 3500 and goes up to 636 BC. And it looks like there are Sumerian, Akkadian. I wonder if these are the names of the periods, like, because I recognize Greco-Roman, and I remember, like, that's a name of a period. So maybe these are names of periods. And then it looks like there are also, there's some information that, like an event maybe that happened in this period, and then something about the artwork of that time period. So this might be helpful just to get a big idea. Let's see, what else do we have? And it looks like we have a picture. This looks somewhat modern. It's kind of hard to see in the Xerox copy. But it looks like a modern photograph of the White Temple. And then maybe this is, oh, okay, this is a restored view. So maybe this is what they think it looked like. Okay, so, and the White Temple I can see here, it kind of has its own sort of mini heading, so imagine this is going to be something important too. All right, so that gives me an idea of at least this section here. So maybe I'll start with the image itself and look at that. So, okay, so this, I wrote down war here because this says peace side of the standard of war. So this is in italics, so this probably tells me that this is the title of the piece. I'm guessing that. And that's probably what I'm going to need to know for the exam anyway, if it's on there. From a tomb. Okay, so I know this is from a tomb. 779. I don't know, maybe that's the number of the tomb. And I remember in class my teacher saying that when we think of art styles or art pieces, we have to consider what was happening during the time that the art piece was made. So let's see, things like historical events. That's probably why they started with history. Historical events and what society was like, so social issues, culture, location of the art piece, the artist. What else? did we talk about in class? Location. Maybe art prior to the style, because then that would have influenced this current style. Okay, so let's see here. With that in mind, here's a location, Iraq. Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah. And then here's the time period. And then this is, this is what it's made out of, wood. Anything made out of wood that's lasted this long is pretty impressive. Lapis lazuli. I don't know what that is. I'll have to check that out. Shell. Okay, I got that. And red limestone. Limestone's like a stone. Okay. And it's 8 inches by 1 foot 7 inches. Okay, so it's not too big. Let's see here. Okay, so the standard of war, and let's see here. I see pictures of, looks mostly men, I guess, so men, and there's like 3 rows, and they seem to be wearing some kind of like skirt, and they're sitting, most people are sitting at least up here, and then people are walking, and I see animals. And there are people walking here, but some people are carrying things on their backs. So my first guess is if you're sitting down, you're probably pretty important because you're not having to carry anything heavy. So maybe this has something to do with people, different kinds of people in society. Because again, I was thinking of social.